Our region's business is sponsored by PNC Bank, solutions that help you achieve your goals in life. PNC, leading the way. And by Herron Tillotson, a history of meticulous wealth management since 1948. Our region's business, innovation, transformation, momentum, improving our communities and driving technologies that will shape our region for generations. The collaboration that brings vitality, prosperity, and life to living. Stay with us for the coming half hour as we examine in depth our region's business. Now, here's your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, what Phipps Conservatory can tell the world about our region's economic and environmental transformation, and how the G20 is helping to make Andy Warhol's fame last a lot longer than 15 minutes. But first, a few tips on business preparedness for a very unusual event. There's been a lot of speculation in the media about what's ahead in September when we welcome the world to the Pittsburgh Summit. Most of the speculation has been pretty sensational, and in many cases, dead wrong. So while we wait for the official word on security perimeters and road closures, we thought it was time for a reality check. And who better to provide a perspective than a retired Deputy Assistant Director of the Secret Service, Joe Trainor. Joe is a major events and protection consultant with specialized security response, which is contributing security consulting services to the Pittsburgh G20 partnership. And welcome. Good to have you on board.
Thank you, Bill. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we should stipulate right up front, you are here, you're a private guy now, you're not speaking for the government, the federal government, or any public safety officials, right?
Correct. I'm here speaking strictly on behalf of SSR, Specialized Security Consulting, and my past experience as a special agent with the United States Secret Service.
Okay, and I know it's difficult for law enforcement right now, while all their plans are still in development, to come forward and to talk in any specific detail, but that's been one of the big tensions here. People all across the region just seem to be concerned, we're not hearing anything, are these guys, or the feds, or the cops, are they holding out on us? Should we have any reason to expect the whole plan to be rolled out by now?
Absolutely not, Bill. The designation of a National Special Security Event, NSSE is the acronym, was created in 1998. The Secret Service has done, this will be the 31st NSSE in the history of the United States. There's been plenty of mistakes made, and there's been an awful lot of success. The Secret Service has learned over that course of time and in its history that the best information is the correct information. And the longer they wait in order to firm up the plans of the security arrangements, the better it is for everyone concerned. If they would have come out here shortly after the President announced in May that Pittsburgh had been selected, chances are the plans would have changed at least 2 or 3 times since then, and people would have made arrangements according to the initial plans. So it behooves the people of Pittsburgh to try to relax, take a breath, and wait until the Secret Service announces, in conjunction with the Public Safety Director, what the road closures are, what the security perimeters are, and everything will work out.
Now, do you think we can expect to get that information in time to really be able to plan appropriately and make the right decisions, whether it's for our businesses, whether it's for schools, or whatever else?
Absolutely, Bill. There's nothing to be gained by holding back that information any longer than necessary. If I could give you an example, the recent inauguration of President Obama, it had probably the largest crowd of civilians ever in the history of an inauguration in the United States. The road closures and security perimeters weren't announced for more than 2 weeks prior to the inauguration. So there's one of the largest events in the country where the security arrangements, although everyone knew that they were taking place, didn't know the definitive plans until 2 weeks prior.
But there was still 2 weeks to get ready and to understand
Absolutely.
it. And that event, really, when you think about the crowds, just dwarfs whatever we'd be looking at here in Pittsburgh with a meeting of 1,500, 2,000 people and a few thousand media.
Absolutely.
Well, you've had to sit down, I'm sure, when you start rolling out these plans and talk with businesses that are trying to figure out, well, how am I going to operate? If you're in a community like Pittsburgh, you've never been exposed to this before. We have no frame of reference to understand, you know, what this is going to be like. I mean, what do you tell them when you sit down across the room and they're wondering, heck, can I even do business during an event like this?
Bill, I would have to say that the first thing we tell them, we want Pittsburgh to remain open for business. Business as usual, I would have to say not. But please stay open for business. The worst thing that could happen is that Pittsburgh closed down. This is a prime opportunity for Pittsburgh to showcase the hospitality that this city offers. We are the champions of medical research. We're the champions of education. We're the champions of industry. We're the champions of football. We're the champions of hockey. We can also be the champions of hospitality and really open up our city and show them that we can do this.
But you got to be a little creative, because as you say, with the traffic closures and the roads and the uncertainty, they're talking about rolling motorcades and all the rest of it, it's going to be a very different operating environment than everybody's used to.
Absolutely. And the major corporations, just about every major corporation has a contingency plan. What I would recommend, Bill, is that they probably have those in a drawer somewhere, something that they never practice, but they must have. They know they need them, or they hope they will never need them. Take those out, dust them off, and put them into place on those 2 days. We're talking a short period of time, 48 hours of inconvenience, not of the disaster and doom that has been painted of late.
So there's the big guns, right? Big companies, they have resources, they do planning, all the rest of it. You're a restaurant, you're a small business, you're close to downtown, you think I got all these visitors here, could be an opportunity, but I know there's going to be traffic closures and everything else. I mean, is there reason for those smaller businesses to believe that they might be able to do business too and that they can make this work?
I hate to keep agreeing with you, but absolutely, again, that there's every opportunity for these businesses to remain open and to truly flourish. I believe that they need to take a look at their business model and modify it to spearhead it for that particular week. Have deliveries brought in the week before. Do a little pre-planning, but stay open for business. Just the volume of law enforcement, media, delegations, their staff. There's a tremendous opportunity here for the local restaurants, shops, hotels. It's a tremendous opportunity, and I want to see our city take advantage of it.
All right. Joe Trainor with Specialized Security Response, former Deputy Assistant Director of the Secret Service. Thanks so much. Lots more information on the partnership website, pittsburghg20.org. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next up, the green oasis in the heart of the city of Pittsburgh that will welcome the world to our region. Stay with us.